when I found out I was pregnant, I've told this story before. I was in which one is John's? Is the one that's like lower end? It's John's and Vaughn's. Which one is the grocery store?
John's is a little bit lower than Vaughn's.
So I was at the John's on
You was at the
Sepulveda. We got the whole stroll right there on Sepulveda. I went into the John's to take a pregnancy test because the CVS next door, the bathroom didn't work. I went into the John's, peed on the stick, set it off to the side. Before I could even go to wipe myself, it was like, you're pregnant. Dang. And I was like, who's pissed and shot up on my... I was like, one of these pregnant people that left some piss in the toilet and then it shot up to this stick. I was hot.
Ollie helps you prioritize your wellness with solutions that fit seamlessly into your schedule. We know keeping your immune system healthy is key. Both Women's Multi and Probiotic Mango do just that.
Hello, I am Deborah Joy Winans Williams, and thank you so much for tuning in to Choosing Joy today. So today, I'm really excited. I met, see, I was already about to be some foolishness, and I know it. I met this woman, maybe about, 2025? Maybe about 3 years ago, 4 years ago?
Was it post-pandemic?
I think it was post-pandemic.
Okay.
I met this woman, and the moment I met her, I loved her. I was like, there's something so just real. You know when you meet somebody and you know what you're getting is exactly who they are, 24/7? Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, so I love you. And I hadn't spent any time with her, but I knew I loved her. I knew she was real. And as I've been able to spend more time and as she has actually become a friend, I see not only the talent that she has, she's a multi-hyphenate, but I see the rock star mom that she is. Aww. I see the incredible wife that she is. I see the amazing businesswoman, boss lady that she is. And I just believe in keeping good company. I believe when God places good people around you, you see their talents, their gifts, who they are, and you're meant to nourish it in whatever way you can, and it's reciprocal. And I'm happy to be in her presence anytime I get to have that opportunity. And I'm grateful that she's here chatting with me today. So please welcome. Y'all know her as ThatChickAngel. Mm-hmm. I know her as Angel Laketa Moore, my friend, Angel.
Ah, thank you. That's so nice. I love it.
See, y'all, we already know we in for some foolishness.
We're going to have a good time.
Yes, we are. We are. Cheers to you.
Cheers. You
Beautiful.
See how I picked that up so quick. I was
ready.
Like,
you were ready.
Yeah, let's drink.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. You're ready. I'm ready. We're always ready for a nice champagne.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, and I told you I wanted to write these down because there were some things I really wanted to get to because I think that you have a wealth of knowledge, even when we just sit and have random conversations. Like, I love your content creation, and I love to be able to just sit and talk to you, and I feel like you have experience that people can really, really learn from, see themselves in, and recognize that they're not alone.
Okay, I can dig that. I can dig that. I don't know if I would call it wisdom, but I think there's a...
What would you call it?
I feel like there's a level of unabashed transparency that helps people see themselves, and sometimes they learn just because they're like, oh, I'm now getting a kind of not a bird's eye view, but a reflective view of when I do that, that's exactly what's happening, you know?
Yeah. People said that about this character, Charity, that I portrayed on this show, Greenleaf.
Oh, yeah.
They were like, she's doing the things that we think in our head but know that we should never do, but she's actually doing them.
Yeah.
And they realized they shouldn't do that.
When you left your husband that was in the closet for the music producer man? I didn't know there was a lot of people thinking to do that. I thought it was scripted. I didn't know people out here living this life.
They were holding on. They were
apparently
holding on. Okay. So you are myriad things, as I've said in the intro. You are you're so many things to me, but I think you're also so many things to people. The content that you create is so consistently funny.
Thank you.
And real and honest. The stuff with you and Marcus, oh my gosh.
Thank you.
And what you do with Kev on stage, you are consistent in what you present. There's always something positive about it because you're doing something with a smile. Everything you're doing is with a smile. Whether it's foolishness, whether it's meant to be, there's a smile. Even when you speak on things that have hurt you, there's somehow, some way you find a smile to give. And people can see themselves in that. My question around the content creation, because you do it so well, is this something that you were always planning to do? Is this a pivot? Because I know growing up in Kentucky, you were singing. And
Come
you
on.
were, look.
What?
y'all was at what was the mall called?
And we were at the Fayette Mall, singing, lift every voice and sing, making the white people go, wait a minute, that is not the national anthem. Well, y'all standing already, so put your hand over your heart. You're standing already.
You already in it.
Yeah. Was it content creation was a bit of a pivot from when I first got pregnant with my first son.
Okay.
Because in that version of Hollywood, I was like, they do not hire pregnant actresses. And a little bit of that I spoke unto myself. I realized I was just speaking death on my career. So I was like, oh God, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
My good friend Brescia Webb was like, you should start putting it out, do a mommy blog about your pregnancy, because nobody was doing videos yet. Like YouTube started, I think, in 2007. I was pregnant in 2008, 9.
Okay.
So I was like, girl, I do not want to be writing out my thoughts. So I was like, let me video. So videoing my pregnancy journey and talking about it from a very truthful lens was the pivot. But I realized that people, like Risha said, she was like, nobody talks about pregnancy the way you do.
Yeah.
And so I'm thinking my mom is just watching it, but people were watching and like putting comments, laughing at some of the stuff I was saying. And I was like, I don't know why they think it's funny. I am just telling the truth.
Through a hard time right now.
Why is my face always greasy? What is happening? So that pivot was just me trying to be transparent.
Yeah.
And I did not realize, I used to think everybody was funny.
Yeah.
They were just not choosing to use their funny.
Oh.
I had a very hard time realizing that, no, this was my gift.
Yeah.
I was like, everybody has this.
No,
I was like, they're just choosing not to use it, which is a shame because it's so much fun.
Yeah.
So I think once I realized, girl, no, this is your gift.
Yeah.
I try to make sure I use it, because what's beautiful about it is I have the ability, God has given me the gift to, even if it's only for a moment, change someone's mental state and emotional state.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, as hard as life is, to be able to give levity to people, even if it's only for 5 seconds of them trying to figure out why I think my husband can pick me up. That is, I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. So that is where the pivot came from. It was, how am I going to work? And then me realizing, oh, this is actually a gift that I was like downplaying as something that everybody was capable of doing.
So then in that pivot, did you discover that that's just the journey God had you on?
It gotta be, because why am I here? You know? Because I really was like, I got my master's in fine arts in acting. Okay.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm an actress,
That's
right?
what I do.
So I was like, then why am I on this thing called YouTube right now?
Yeah.
Like, what am I
Yeah.
doing? Like, I was doing television acting, but then I was also doing this. And I remember telling my friends over and over again, when I would pull out my little camera, I'd be like, I don't even know why I'm doing this, but for some reason, God keeps telling me to do it. So I'm just going to do it. I have no idea why. Because I've been on, again, most people did not start creating content back in 2009.
No.
A lot of people started during the pandemic. So
Yes,
I've been
absolutely.
on this weird journey for a very long time, trying to keep both worlds separate.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm ThatChickAngel over here, but Angel Laketa Moore is a serious actress, a comedic actress, but a trained actress.
Yes.
And I think eventually I stopped fighting the fact that these two worlds needed to come together.
Yeah.
So I definitely think this is a journey. I wouldn't have chosen this journey had God not just plopped me very hardly in the middle of this path. I mean, in heart, he definitely was like, get over there.
It was boom.
Yes, because I kept trying to. I was like, but no, if I could just take this toll road, if you don't get back over here,
you're going to keep paying the price that you ain't got to pay because you're going to end up right back.
You're going to end up right back
over
here. Yeah, you're going to end up right back over here. So, yeah.
So, okay, so you're journaling, you didn't really want to write it down, but you're starting this video blog on your pregnancy. Did you think during that time the pregnancy was going to shift and change your ability to have the dreams that you wanted, which were on the screen, doing the things that you love to do?
Yes, and what's odd is that my actual dream was what I was kind of also scared of. When I was little, I was always like, I want to be an actress and a stay-at-home mom. Now, I was like, I don't know how these two are supposed to happen.
How they go together, okay.
But I was like, I want to do both. Because I knew I wanted to be a mother, and I knew I wanted to be heavily involved in their life. But I also knew, I was like, I want to be, like, the career of being an actress is something I had solidified when I was 5. That had not, like, varied much at all. So then, moving out to LA and realizing it cost $1 million to live in a shack, I was like, okay, well, we ain't got time, because who gonna watch the kids?
Yeah.
Because if we're paying $1 million for a shack, and then you gotta pay $2 million to have somebody's abuela watch your child. Okay, because they gonna charge you. What am I doing? Okay, and then, but I don't want the abuela. I want to watch because I want to
be there.
Yeah. So how are we gonna do this? Yeah. So it felt impossible. I was like, it was so funny when I found out I was pregnant. I've told this story before. I was in which one is John's? Is the one that's like lower end? It's John's and Vaughn's. Which one is the grocery store?
John's is a little bit lower than Vaughn's.
So I was at the John's on Sepulveda. We got the whole stroll right there on Sepulveda. I went into the John's to take a pregnancy test because the CVS next door, the bathroom didn't work. I went into the John's, peed on the stick, set it off to the side. Before I could even go to wipe myself, it was like, you're pregnant. Dang. And I was like, who's pissed and shot up on my... I was like, one of these pregnant people that left some piss in the toilet and then it shot up to this stick. I was hot. I was like, oh my God. And then when I told my husband, I just knew he was going to move us back to Kentucky. I just knew he was going to be like,
what are we doing?
You can't work. You're going to be pregnant and with the baby. And we can't afford, again, it costs $1 million to live in the shack.
Yeah.
So luckily he was like, no, I mean, he too was devastated. He was like, girl, we like, grown. No, we grown. He was like, he said, so what are we going to do? I would be like, we are not 17, okay? We're not making those type of choices. I'm almost 30.
We also know what we've been doing.
Right. We own a home here. And we're married. We're having a child. Now, how we're going to keep the home and how we're going to take care of the baby,
we're going to have to figure it out.
Yeah, we're going to have to figure that out. Yeah. So, I ultimately, I thought, again, I spoke it over myself. Unfortunately, I was like, well, I'm not going to be able to work. I'm just not going to be able to work. And I went through a season where, like, it was quite a few amount of months where I didn't get to work. And I was like, what am I going to do?
Well, do you think that is, of course, words are power. And we always have to watch what we say. I also feel like we've been products of what we have seen. And typically you didn't see a pregnant woman with a job on TV like us.
Yeah.
It was fake.
Yeah.
If the lady on TV was pregnant, it was fake.
Yeah.
Nobody had time to deal with everything that comes along with a woman being pregnant. They got to make sure the way they're taking care of you, it's just more.
Yeah.
And so...
Well, I get what you're saying, but like yourself, I have grown up in a household that had outrageous faith.
Yeah.
So it really didn't make sense for me to all of a sudden start believing what is
something
normal. Because my life was just a series.
Yeah,
my life was a series of watch God show out.
Yeah.
It was a series of that. Yeah. So I don't know why in that moment I was just like, God's not going to do it.
Yeah.
So this is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And I do think for me, my words have always been significantly powerful in my life. Where things are spoken, things exist.
Yeah.
And so, unfortunately, it works both ways. Unfortunately, it's not just the good things. When I speak the good things, they happen. But when I speak the bad, it's like, okay, we're going ahead.
I think that's a really, really important lesson. I think I didn't, my mind, I didn't say it, but my mind was for sure there.
Oh, yeah.
When I got pregnant. I was just like, what am I finna do? I can't tell nobody. I got to keep it on the hush. I don't want people to like not call me or not want to audition me. If they find out I'm pregnant, then that means I'm out of the mix. And so I wanted to keep it low key. Also, it was just a really rough, fragile pregnancy. But I didn't want people to know because in my mind, I'm like,
this is not going to be
find out I'm pregnant, they probably not going to hire me. So,
and I had people speaking into that fear, so that didn't help.
Yeah.
Like my commercial agent definitely was like, oh, we can't tell them because you won't get hired. But this is how I know it was my words, because I changed my words every pregnancy thereafter. And the things I said kept happening. So with the twins, I was like, it's fine. I won't work in television, but I'll work a bunch online.
Yeah.
And what happened?
Yeah.
Worked a bunch online.
Yeah.
I built a good following after that. And then I was like, for my last one, I was like, because I noticed. I said, look at that. I said, well, why would I limit myself? And I said, when I got pregnant with our last, I said, I'm going to work so much in both arenas, online and television. It's not a problem. I worked up until I was 9 months on TV.
Wow.
I was like so shocked that these people, and we were up front. I was like, they were like, Angel's pregnant. She's due in July. They worked me until late June.
Wow.
And I was like, Angel, you got to really get into not allowing yourself to limit what's possible just based off of, like you said, what we're used to seeing and what people want to say to you. But I'm like, that wasn't actually my desire.
Yeah.
Because I think sometimes, while obviously I believe God understands nuance, but it's like, why would I speak anything but my desires?
Yeah.
Like, so it took a long time for me to get a hold of it. But I noticed when I said I wasn't going to work, didn't work. When I said I was going to work online, loved it.
Yeah.
And I said,
I'm going to stop. You limited too much.
Yes. I was like, this is silly. You about to have 4 kids. Why would you be like, God, well, I can just work a little bit. No, work me.
Yeah, work. I'm ready. I was about to say something I probably shouldn't have said. It's okay.
Listen, I was like,
you get canceled on everything. You got it. You can work.
Yeah.
So work
Amen.
it. So you got 4 kids.
I do.
You got 4 boys. And your husband is a bomb. I love Marcus.
Oh, that's so kind.
I love Marcus. I do.
You get a different side of him than a lot of people. Sure. So I love.
Sure. I believe that.
You said it. I'll take it.
I totally get it. But what does support look like from him for you?
I think it changes as we get older, obviously. Support, the first bit of support he gave me was he gave up his life in Kentucky to be here with me. Because I was very clear I wasn't coming back. I was like, listen, if we're going to do this, you're going to have to come where I am. And he never dreamed of leaving Kentucky. He's one of those people that would have been content at that time. That version of him.
Yes.
Was content with being a Kentucky boy through and through, being around his family, living in a property, living in a house that had a lot of land around it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I am not going to be doing the Actors Theater of Lexington. I'm just not. I'm not going to be acting for little children.
It was a good start.
Yeah, but I'm not doing it.
That's not the dream.
And we started dating long distance, so I was already out here. So it was just like, I'm not coming there. So the first show of support was he left his mama and he came on out here to be with me. So I was just like, I will never take that lightly.
Yeah.
Then, he supported. I was definitely the breadwinner for a period of time when I was working heavily on TV, and then had the kid, and it was just like, okay, don't know. He held it down. Yeah. There was never a thing of like, girl, when are you gonna get back on TV? Because we wrapped our life around both of us working. Yeah. It was never that. And then I feel like now, as we now work together 100% of the time, I feel like support is him understanding like the brand that I built for him to like come into. And he respects that brand.
Yeah.
Like, he's not trying to tear down this kingdom with, I gotta be me. Now, he hates doing the challenges that we do, the Tanksley Striding.
Does he really?
And that authentically hates them.
I love it.
Support is, come on, I don't care.
Doing it.
Yeah, be mad.
Yeah.
Pick me up.
But be mad and try this.
Yes, be mad and try it. Come on, do it now. So his support has morphed, and even like with the children, like I'm here with you because I know he got them.
Yeah,
and it's a lot of them.
Yeah. You got 4.
I got 4, and they got things that they doing.
She got 4 of them jokers.
4 boys.
Man.
Okay, I birthed some boys up out of me, and he is over there taking care of them boys. So there's they're not left to like one. I've been able to tour because he was able to hold it down.
Yeah.
In the same way he used to say, one of the biggest compliments he ever gave me was, marrying you and seeing you as a person and as a mother, I know if anything were to ever happen to me, my kids are good. Yeah. I was like, thank you. And at that time, I don't think I could have reciprocated that sentiment when he told me that. Now I can 100% say the same. Yeah. Now I can 100%, because of how involved he is with them now, that if something were to happen to me, their lives could still have the type of fulfillment that I want them to have. Yeah.
So, because you talk about seasons, there are we go through a lot of different seasons, and some people are meant to be there through it all, and some are not. And I think the Lord will show you, and when it's time for somebody to drop off.
Come on.
But in those seasons, would you say, or could you pinpoint what has been your best season as a married couple versus your best season as parents to these boys?
We're in both right now.
Okay.
We're in a good season. I think our maturity, or as preachers like to say, maturation, yes, as a couple, as individuals, has really like lent itself to us being married. We've become better communicators. We've become way more empathetic, better listeners. While we still sometimes like bump heads, not fight, but bump heads in our thoughts, we're still able to like take a pause and try to listen to the other person, which was not one of our skill sets before. And then when
did that come into play? Like what was the hardest point of your communication before it got on the good foot?
So luckily I am not impulsive. So I'm not a lasher outer, and typically I can process my thoughts before expressing them. So that off top made him more receptive. So the twins was probably where I had to learn real quickly how to process and then speak exactly what it was. The fact that he did not get defensive in some of the things that I was pointing out when I was like, I wasn't getting the amount of support that I needed as a mother of, I'm like, I got 3 kids, okay? And 2 of them are babies. Yeah. And you just able to bounce, to hang out with friends whenever. You're not like, do you have anything on your schedule? You're like, hey, such and such coming in town, so I'm going to meet up with him, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I want you to know I can't do that. Yeah. Completely switched it up right after, like, and he will say, it's because you didn't put no extra on it. You just really explained it. He said, and he honestly didn't know. Yeah. Well, like, he was like, he should have known, but he was completely
but he just, it wasn't like, I'm going out and you can't do nothing. It wasn't, it was just like, oh, I'm going out.
Yeah. And for him, he's
not realizing the changes that needed to happen, or the checking in, or the considerations.
Because I was just like, I know he lying. Because he was like, he was the one working 9 to 5. And he's seeing me at home. He's like, this is my time to be able to go out. And I'm like, and I want you to have that, but understand that it's not reciprocal. Yeah. So I think once I had the twins, my brain went into, okay, how can you get what you want? How can you speak clearly? So it made it easier for him to digest what I was saying. And then when I got into therapy, it made both of us have more vocabulary
Yes.
to express more of, because he's the type, like, if he's having a big feeling, he's not going to talk to me at all about it until too far down the line. By the time you even talk to me about it, I don't care.
Yeah.
Because I asked you and you didn't tell me.
Oh, so now it's like, well, it is what it is.
It is. It is. Oh, you want to take too much time? I'm over whatever you are still on. So sorry.
But did he adjust or did you have to adjust in that space?
Both. He adjusted what he was saying in the beginning instead of saying nothing.
Yes. Okay.
It was a thing of, yes, I do feel something, but I am not ready to talk about it.
I need a minute. Yeah.
Versus nothing. Okay. Versus gaslighting me to thinking, I know I'm seeing something.
Yeah.
What is it? Nothing. Okay, well, it's going to be nothing later, too, when you decided to bring it to me. Oh, no, that's nothing, because that's what you labeled it as, so I don't care. So it became a thing of, it is something.
Yeah.
I just don't have the capacity to tell you there's something right now.
Yeah.
And then I had to figure out a way to show patience, because I still wanted it at the time, but it was just like, I'm going to have to respect the time you need. Okay. Don't want to, but I do. So that's why we're in our best season, is that and we also don't have a lot of those moments. We have a lot of good, oh gosh, it's a good time. It's a good time. It is a good time. And then the kids, I think because they're thriving and we have them in a safe school, at least it feels safe to us, and it feels like they're coming into their own. As parents, it's like easier for us to support that. It's just like, oh, you want to do this? This is great. Let's do it. Yeah.
Okay, so these are really, honestly, gems for me. I think I'm learning the beauty of therapy. I think growing up, a lot of times it was, oh, well, you do that if something wrong with you. It's not about something being wrong. It's about understanding how to communicate best, not just for the other person, but for you.
100%.
What is it you're feeling? A lot of times you don't know how to accurately describe what it is you're feeling and what you're going through.
Yeah.
And I wish that was a tool that we understood and had real access to back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah. You know what I think? I was talking to somebody who was trying to, I guess, in a little bit, but like kind of bad talk how our parents didn't go to therapy, like that generation. And I had to say, I was like, but who was going to be their therapist? And what I mean by that is the type of trauma that a lot of our parents had to go through and their parents. I was like, who was going to help them synthesize that type of trauma? I was like, let's be real. I said, while yes, I wish that they had better ways to deal with their emotions and that there wasn't this, I think a lot of fear might have been whooped into us just out of, survival. I was like, but tell me who was going to be able to take the type of things they were dealing with and help them process and rationalize. I was like, there's certain levels of trauma that
what can you say?
Yeah, who gonna talk to you about it? Because if most of the therapists are white people, a lot of the trauma is at the hands of people that look like you. And I'm supposed to trust you in this moment
to help me figure out what I'm going through.
I was like, for us,
when maybe your granddaddy did it.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm like,
Yeah.
So for our generation, it's a privilege that we, one, have so many therapists that look like us.
Yeah.
So many therapists that can not only come from a professional level of being able to talk to us, but can actually empathize.
Yeah.
Have actually had to go through the processing work.
Yeah.
Where I was like, I don't know who could have talked to my mother about some of the stuff that she went through.
That's really good, Angel.
And her be able to be like, you're giving me good advice. You baby, child. You know like, what?
Still got milk on your breath.
Right, exactly. Thank you so much for trying, but no, girl. So I do get what you're saying of like wishing we grew up with those words, but I also understand why a lot of that language was not available to us.
No, I agree. That's a really beautiful point. So basically, stop blaming the elders for something that they didn't have and that was not available unto them, because wasn't nothing gonna work that out.
Right.
A lot of times, but your faith.
Yes.
The thing that you have to lean on.
Yes.
And you've said that you just grew up with outrageous faith. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Was there ever a point in time where your faith didn't feel like it was gonna see you through?
Whoa. I know God sometimes be looking at me like, oh, you little stupid girl. Because
Dumb.
you just
Come
dumb.
on.
You just be dumb out here. But I have to say that, like, I feel like the only reason why I'm still out here, still doing what I do and not doing it from a jaded place, is because of my faith. And that, I would say, while my mother probably will not leave us any inheritance whenever the Lord calls her on home, which hopefully will be no time soon, the biggest inheritance she's ever given us is this amazing faith that makes absolutely no sense. When I look at the trajectory of my mother's life, it does not make sense. To be a woman who was a sharecropper's granddaughter who did not get to go to school past a certain age because she had to work the farm, and legally they only had to go to school to, like, I think like third or something, not that far, right? Working, picking cotton, 10 cents a pound. That's what she did. Living in a house. It was like 13 of them in this like 2-room house, not 2-bedroom, 2-room house.
Wow.
Like a log cabin house. Like you can see the outside from the inside. And I'm not talking about through windows, through the slats of wood. To her becoming this woman who runs her own computer programming business. Like she's one of the pioneers in like computer programming, like back in the, like, for real hidden figure. I'm like, how do these two worlds ever make it to each other without there being some sort of faith that there's something else that God wants for me? So it's hard for me to even disrespect that. And these things are facts. To disrespect these facts, to be like, well, it doesn't look like it, how is this going to work out? I don't understand. My faith is always somewhere in there, even if it's not as big as I want it to be. It's never like fully disappeared ever. And I'm grateful because I know anxiety can try to get the best of me at some times. Like where I'm just like, oh Lord, especially when it comes to money, I'll be like, oh Lord. Where's it coming from, God? But he's a great mathematician, baby. He be making that money show up, and I'll be like, okay.
Out of nowhere.
I'll be like,
I got a what? A who? From what?
Yeah. Okay, Lord. I'm here for it. So, no, it hasn't been really, but he's luckily, I don't know if it's fortunate or unfortunate. We have been in so many different areas of my life growing up with my sisters and my mom. We've been in so many places where God has to be like, come on. And take us from like a depth, like a deep place, and put us in a high place that I can't really question it anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like it literally would be foolish. So when my anxiety does pop up, I know God would be like, you dum-dum.
So when it pops up, is there a not a routine, but is there something that do you just sit there and think about what God has already done for you, and does that calm where your mind is trying to go? Well,
one thing that more recently I developed, and this actually came from my therapist, right? She was like, she had to help me pinpoint, because it wasn't matching up. I'm like, if I'm this woman with faith, why am I having these anxious moments around the same thing? It's always money. It's never anything else. If money ain't looking the way I need it to look, I'll be like, ugh. And she's like, a lot of that is from you not having enough facts around the situation. Your body needs more data, so feed it more data. So sometimes it's feeding the data of, okay, so if the worst thing happens, what? Okay. Giving my brain the data. Because sometimes then it's like the worst thing is not actually this terrible thing. Okay, and what's the best thing that can happen? feeding my brain all the data then makes all that anxiousness just go away. It's a very much so the unknown. Because sometimes I'm having anxiety over something that has not happened.
Yeah.
It's what I think. It's like the unknowing of what could happen.
Yeah.
And she's like, feed it all of the data. Feed it all of it. And typically once I have all of it, I'm like, okay, so if this is the worst, all right, it's not dope. It's not the best, but it's not.
But we'll be okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
good.
Yeah, so that has been the thing, but otherwise I would just be also just in church crying, which is fine too. Which is fine too, but I'm able to go to a place of gratitude a lot faster now. Yeah. Give myself the data, and then I go into praise of like, thank you for whatever this is about to be.
Yeah, yeah.
You're showing me it's going to be fine.
Yeah.
I just picked up all the data.
Yeah.
It's going to be fine regardless.
Yeah.
Might not be cute, but it's going to be fine.
Yeah. And you ain't going nowhere. You've never left me.
Ever.
So why would you leave me now?
Exactly.
I think, for me, sometimes it's mostly always been, like, what you mean?
Right.
God's got it. Like, what are you talking about?
Oh, that's nice.
I didn't have an agent when Greenleaf happened. I didn't have, and people were looking at me like, how did you? Because God does what he does.
Yeah.
And it's not about anybody else. God is going to use whoever he uses to do whatever he wants to do.
Correct.
And so I think my faith has always been like that. Mm-hmm. It doesn't have to happen the way y'all think it should happen.
Right.
Or the way it typically happens. Mm-hmm. I'm not typical. I'm not average, and I don't serve an average God.
Come on.
That's where I typically stay.
Uh-huh.
I think the one time I really struggled, I didn't lose faith, but I struggled to see the other side of it. When I got pregnant and the doctor's immediate response, and this was like 2 or 3 days before I had to fly to Canada without T to film a Christmas movie. So I'm going there by myself. And the doctor, after I've taken 4 tests, so yeah, the first thing that the doctor said was, you're for sure pregnant, like 6 weeks. You also have a 22 centimeter fibroid, and I don't see any space for a baby to grow. So we might need to get rid of this pregnancy and then get rid of the fibroid, and then y'all start over. And then she called her high-risk doctor, and that doctor said, oh, she's 37, she's gonna be 38, and we just keep it in, we just watch her. And so T's biggest thing was, is there any sort of thing that can happen to her if we keep it? And she was like, no, she'll just be in pain. And I was like, I can take pain, whatever, baby.
You said this is a different type of pain that I have never experienced.
Ever in my life. I was by myself, struggling I would cry just having to get up out of the bed. It was, I still don't understand how this pain was able to literally take hold of my body. That was the first time I had to leave set and go to the ER because I just couldn't move. It was horrendous. And I didn't want to say a lot to T because at this point you can't come here. There's nothing you can do. So I'm just going to worry you from here. Yeah. So you can be sitting at home trying to figure out what you can do for your pregnant wife and you can't do nothing. Right. So I just literally felt like I was alone. And usually in anything that I've gone through, I've always been able to see the other side of it. I've always been able to be like, I know God's going to work this out. Yeah. I can see myself on the other side and I'm okay. I could not see myself on the other side. I did not expect to come home with a baby. I just was in a very bad place mentally, physically, emotionally. And that was my first time. And I was like, am I losing faith? And I don't think I was losing faith, but I just did not have the words to articulate what I needed or how I felt. Yeah. And so then I said, well, I don't know much about fibroids. I feel like I haven't heard a lot about it. And apparently it's something that can really be major in my community. So what can I do? And it was a shift in perspective in the way of, I'm going to talk about it and see if I can help somebody else understand. Beautiful. Maybe think about this when you're going to see your doctor. Get this checked.
Yeah.
Because if it's something you can find before pregnancy, you can get it removed and you can be okay. You won't be in pain. There's so many things that changed when my fibroids were gone. And so that was my thing, just shifting the perspective and finding something I could do, even though I could not see myself on the other side of it, which was scary. Is your way of shifting the perspective or the narrative to just, I don't know, like maybe, and I'm not putting anything on you, I don't know that my faith was weak, but I just could not see. So how, when you can't fully see the other side, when you don't know where the money's coming from, where you don't know where the next job is, when you don't know something happened to your kid or something's going on with your spouse, what is your shift in perspective? What is the way that you find joy in the midst of it? Or do you not?
I think it's similar to what you said. I think when I can't see, I serve. Like, I feel like I'm in that season right now where I'm just like, what is going on? I am putting in so many volunteer hours in this season of my life. And not just like, big community like events and serving in that way. In this season of like, okay, God, what's the next thing? Like, because hello, I was sitting in church and I was like, I have a friend who has been wanting to post content and she, due to her own mental blocks, is struggling with it. And we've had many conversations. So I left church because it was put on my heart, and I called her and I said, tell me what you need help with logistically, because I've been post content for a long time. What do you need help with logistically? And she was like, talk me through it. I said, send me the video you shot that you haven't posted it. I said, I'm gonna send it back to you for you to post. I'm gonna edit it for you. And I said, I'm gonna send you a caption and just post it. And she was like, are you serious? I was like, yes. She said, I was just saying to God, help me with the logistics. And she's like, how are you showing up asking logistically, how can I help you? And I was like, God put it on my heart to find a way to help you do this. It wasn't, Angel, here's another job. There's where the money's going to go. When I'm like, where's the money? He was like, why don't you call your girlfriend and help her do this? So while he didn't give me the answer of what's on the other side of whatever valley, hill, wherever I'm at right now, because it's not that I'm in a bad place, but in our career, it's just like, when people are like, so what's next? I don't know.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
The other thing's done.
If I had something to tell you, I would lead with it.
I would lead with it. Guess what just happened? Yeah, no, but I don't have that.
Yeah.
So I do believe that is a part of it, is that we should be serving when we are at that place of uncertainty, because I do think it helps shift the perspective. I do think it helps us see that we are valuable even when we can't see the thing that we want, you know? And even like you said, even with you dealing with the fibroids, it's just like, not only does it allow you to be a vessel of like knowledge to other people, you're also feeding yourself the same type of knowledge that you possibly need to get through it. Yes,
it's the data.
The data helps so much, because some people only want to give you the negative data.
Yeah.
And so that just feeds the part of you that's just like, this is not going to work out.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, there's other.
Yeah.
God always shows himself also in the day. Like, he's like, I be in here too.
Like,
so,
I know this. I've been around.
Yeah. So if you just keep looking, you'll find me in there. So I do believe serving is like one of the best ways.
That's incredible. When I can't see, I serve. That's if we don't walk away with anything else, I think, because a lot of times we forget or people forget that ministry means people.
Yes.
And so people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So if we are not making sure people understand that we care and that we see them and we're serving, then we're ultimately not fulfilling what it is God has called us to do.
Yes.
So when I can't see, that's really, I'm telling you.
He said, you got a little bit.
You gotta swear. I will credit you.
Oh, thank you. Thanks.
Okay, so I know we have to wrap up, but you run so many things, and you run a home, you run a business, you have built a business, you have a career in film and television. Your content creation is top tier.
Thank you.
And you are a wife, and you are a mother of 4 children.
Yes, ma'am.
It takes a lot to run that house. Mm-hmm. What are the biggest things that you need communication-wise to make sure that house runs with your husband and with your children?
Just everybody get on board. Everybody do what they say they're gonna do. Like, this is what's crazy. This is what I asked for. I said this at the beginning. I said I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom and actress.
Yeah.
I am in what I asked for.
Yes.
And God is like, all right, you said you wanted it.
Yep.
Here we go.
Yep.
So I think from my kids and my husband, my kids, I always remind them, like, do you see the life we've built around? And I asked my teenage son specifically, are you happy? Are you happy with your life? Okay, if you are, then I'm going to need you to do the things I tell you to do, to be ready when I tell you to be ready, because we are doing a lot to make all of this happen.
Yeah.
And I think they are, they're aware. Like, they know how the sausage is made.
Yeah.
They don't think mommy is magically pulling this together. They see it. They're like, oh, okay, mommy's got to fly to do this one job. Oh, it's time we have to do a family brand deal. Yes, so get ready and smile.
Yeah.
Act like you got some sense.
Yeah.
So I think not high, a lot of times I feel like the image of the good wife and the good mother is to make it look easy. Right? Like, it's just careless, it's effortless.
All the kids are doing what they're supposed to do.
No.
Dinner's on the stove.
No, my kids know if mama's sitting down, so we gonna order food? Because mama she ain't getting up. She's not going to the kitchen. So that's right. That's right. Let's figure out what's on this Uber Eats right now. They're not like, but Mom, you ain't cooking. And my husband's not that way either. He's like, oh, you look tired. So you want me to order from such and such?
Love it.
You got it.
Would love that.
Love that.
Also, let's be clear, you do whip up, and I do mean whip up a mean sweet potato pie.
Oh, thank
and
you.
that's just besides the point, because you whipped it like you was Carol. Just at home, just doing all the things. Laundry's done, house is clean.
No, my house wasn't clean. Don't you lie. We are in a clean house.
The table.
This is not what my house looked like. As one of my girlfriends said, she said, I'm raising kids, not a house. I said, I said, you done freed me today. I said, I am raising kids. My kids are clean. My kids are good human beings. This house might look like we fight cocks in here and chickens and pit bulls. But these children are amazing. So, I think everybody being aware of how much work it takes to get the life that we have, and we all enjoy this life. Yeah. And everybody's on board for what it takes. Yeah. Nobody is like, everybody's like, okay, yeah. You want this free trip to Disney? Yeah. You want to be on this Disney group? Come on and get these grades together and let's smile, take his photo. Yeah. So I think that's been the biggest thing, communication-wise, is me not trying to be the black woman with the cape and you not know that Lois Lane is Superwoman. Baby, yes. You're seeing all of it together. All of it. Yes, thank you. Mm-hmm. So that's been the biggest thing, I think.
So what are their ages, your sons?
I have a 16-year-old, 10-year-old twins, and a 6-year-old.
Ooh, baby. Okay, so you are out of that toddler.
Yes, thank God.
Bring home the nastiest germs from underneath.
No.
No?
No, these elementary school kids is nasty.
They still nasty?
Yeah. Yeah, they're all best friends. They're all laughing at jokes they saw online in each other's faces. Oh. I sent my sick child to school today. He's going to give it to somebody else to get it. He was in the back. Mom, so I was like, oh, you probably shouldn't go to school. Let him out the car. Have a good day, baby.
Love you.
I said, you got it from somebody here.
So give it back.
Yeah. Pass the gift that seems to keep on giving.
I'm cracking up.
Because it gets to a point where you're like, oh, y'all just going to be out of school every other week?
Can't do it. We can't do it.
Take your little snotty nose back up in that classroom.
Okay, so my question now is, what, health and wellness wise, what have you been able to instill in them as like a practice? Because when they're little, it's just like, oh yeah, then that joke is sick. Like it is what it is. But now I think you are at a space where they understand and can prep and can take this or do that. What's the routine or what are the things that you've taught them to mostly maintain good health and wellness?
Hydration. I think people underestimate how much water helps. So I'm like, I need you to be guzzling water. As soon as they feel like a little itch or anything, I'm like, how much more water have you drunk today? I want you to drink some more. Yeah. I think it's just a great natural filter. Yeah. We are also very much so like good homeopathic people. So we'll take some elderberry gummies in a second. We try to do immune supporting like supplements before we have to pull out the big dogs and be like, all right, what can you take now to dry this up? But I do think when they're able to take like the elderberry or any other like thing that has like vitamin C in it, it is helpful. But water is our like.
That's the lifeline.
That's the lifeline. It usually can knock something out a lot faster than what people like acknowledge. And I that's even my like, because you know, in our career, once we get sick, like noticeably sick, we can't work. Yeah. And they don't be like rearranging days like that. So they're like, how sick are you? Yeah. Is there
can you pull it together? What do we can order something from the pharmacy for you.
Absolutely. And you're like,
I can't breathe. We can have a breathing treatment.
Right, exactly. Do you need IV? Because we can make that happen
Maybe
too.
I should just lay down. No, I can't lay down.
They're like, no, get on up.
Yeah. No, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just have a lot more years to look forward to just.
Girl, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you're.
But hydration.
Drink the water. Drink that water. I mean, you should be peeing every good 30 minutes. That's how much water. I'll be like, get it in your body right now.
Okay, I got it. Okay, so your kid, first of all, just kudos to you, because 4 boys in this world, 4 black boys, that takes a lot. And you want to raise them in a way where they're not scared to be who they are. Right. They're not scared to be in this world, but they're also understanding of how this world sees them. Correct. But you also can't live in that space. Right. I can't live like y'all hate me, because then I'm going to start feeling that way about myself. I got to know who I am before I leave my house, but also understand how y'all see me and move not accordingly, but with wisdom. Kudos to you and Marcus, because that is really, I can only imagine. I look at my one son. I know, but he's so little, and I'm just like, oh, okay. I can wrap him up and protect him and get cozies. I was like, let's get cozy, mommy. I know that ain't gonna last long, but while we're doing it, I'm just like, okay, I'm good. I'm not at that phase yet. Yeah. But to see the way they walk around, you have young men that walk around with confidence, that have joy. That's major. In the world we live in, Angel, that's incredible.
This world is crazy. It is crazy.
Absolutely insane. So I salute you and Marcus in that way. I want to ask you, if your kids are just sitting and talking to people and they're asked, what is the one thing you see about your mommy that you love, what would you want them to say?
Ooh, that you love. One thing about your mommy that you love. I think even though I be gone, I think they think I'm always there. And that I love. That's the reason why I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. I wanted my kids to feel like, I remember growing up and people's mamas coming and volunteering at the school, and I was like, that is so fun. You just seeing your mama in the middle of the day? How is that possible? And I think for them, me popping up on their campus, it's normal to them. And I want that. I want them to feel like she's not that far, even if she is, like, even if she did have to fly somewhere. I'm the type of person, if I have to go work somewhere for a day, I'll still get back here to California within 24 hours.
Yeah.
If y'all don't need me for more than that, I'm not about to be out here with y'all kicking it. I'm going back to my kids.
Yeah.
So I would hope that even though I have had to travel a lot for work, that they feel like, oh, she was always there. Like, she was at all the things.
Yeah.
She was always popping up. We saw her face. And I hope that gives them a feeling of safety, too.
Yeah.
Like, it don't matter how none of these people try to act. You know your mama right here, and daddy ain't too many steps behind me.
Yeah.
So
let them play if they want to. Play if you want to.
Play if you wanna play stupid games. You about to win the stupidest prize of them all. You're gonna win them all. All of them. We're gonna give them all. You're gonna be able to cash out all the little tickets you got. All the little tickets you got, you about to cash them out today. So yeah, I hope that my children don't think I was absent. I hope they really say she was always around. Yeah. Always. I hope so. If not, oh well, they can talk about it in therapy, get the right language. Get the right language around it. I tried. Listen, I tried, baby.
Oh, what is your greatest joy at this time?
It is, I think, okay, I think I know this answer. Mm-hmm. So my mission, like for my business, and my business being the business of Angel, is to bring joy to other people. That's literally what I've written down. That is a part. And the fact that I feel like I am now a professional at that, like I know I can, as I call it, I can rip a laugh out of someone's throat. Like, you might not have been ready to laugh, but I'm about to get it and you don't even know it. Yeah. Like, that brings me so much joy that I can deliver joy even faster than Amazon. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, baby, Amazon Prime ain't got nothing on me. It does. It brings me so much joy that people are like, I am screaming in my workplace. Yeah. Like, you're about to get me. I am crying, but tears of joy. Yeah. That is just, it does. And that lets me know it's so much connected to my purpose, because even without the fact that I can monetize it, thank God. But even without that, it just gives me such a, the return on interest is so fast. Yeah. It's like, it's almost like it's a hamster wheel of like, I gave you joy. You just gave me joy back by letting me know I gave you joy. It's just, and then it feeds me on the next thing that I give. So I feel like right now that probably gives me the most amount of joy, is that I feel like I'm really walking in my purpose now. Yeah. Stronger than what I've ever have before.
That's absolutely incredible. You are, I can for sure tell you are not just in the purpose, you you done took over the lane. you got a Mack truck. I think you did. And you are taking over the lane. It was such a pleasure to meet you when I did, but then to be able to sit multiple times and just have a real conversation, real sisterhood, real faith exchange, real understanding of the situation does not control who you are and who God is. That's been a blessing to my life. And reciprocal.
I'm glad you aggressively were like, we need to hang out. I was like, we do? Yeah, there's something about this.
Because you know, as you get older, you realize you don't get time back. And so if I'm going to spend it with somebody, I want to spend it with somebody I like. And when I find people I really like, I'm just going to really like you. It just is what it is.
I appreciate it.
And so you were forced into this relationship. That's fine.
You need to hang out. I was like,
it's fine.
Okay.
You know, it's going to work out.
It worked out, baby. It worked out. Listen.
It's going to work out. And I will tell you, my husband told me, so singing has never really been like the space where I feel most confident. I've spent so much time doing my acting. I've got my BFA. I've got my MFA. I spent time in Moscow at the Moscow Art Theater School. Like, give me a script. I don't care what room I'm in. I am confident that I can work something out, give you a read that's going to be like, oh, I'm very confident in that, and I believe that God has given me a gift to do that. The singing is nothing that I've ever really spent time with.
So you just sound like that? You just sound like that without the time? Oh, this is great. So great to hear these things. Go ahead, Joy. This is how I sound with no effort, Angel. Go ahead.
It's not about, like, it's just the confidence. I don't have, my confidence is not where I would like it to be or should be for singing, which is why, you know, at the end of the day, I tell people, work every gift God has given you, because it's not ultimately for you, it's for the world, it's for you to share it. And it's for the purpose that God has for you. And so I remember having to go sing somewhere at this small event, where was I? Somewhere in the South. And the closer it got, I just kept getting real nervous. I was like, T, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I just like, what if I sound bad? What if I hit these wrong notes? What if I did? And he was like, so what is your purpose? And I said, well, to like, honestly, I think I have a gift of just like bringing joy and showing like the love of God. I think it's something that feels very tangible when I am doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I think it's a very tangible thing just to feel the presence and love of God. And I want people to feel that. And I feel like that's part of what my purpose is. And he was like, okay, so if you go there and you are bringing the love of God and you are bringing this innate joy and you are allowing people to feel that and see that and touch that, then you're in your purpose. I said, well, yeah, but like, what if he said, I don't care about a note. Are you in your purpose? If you're in your purpose, nothing else matters. God is doing all the other work. You are in your purpose.
Yeah.
Big time. And it's amazing to watch. It's amazing to see. And whatever you don't see, trust that God is doing all the big work.
Yeah.
You in there. And I'm so grateful that I get to call you friend.
I am
And I'm
too.
grateful I get to see your work and I get to sit on the sidelines and see you continue to soar. As you should.
I'm sorry, I know you're closing, but I gotta go back a little bit. You're not confident with the voice. I'm confident with the voice I have, and it is not even half your voice. If God gave me your voice, he wouldn't get the glory. I'm so sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to hear this voice that is me. La-di-da. Like, I was so trying to listen to you, but I was like, wait a minute. Well, you know what? I learned something today. I learned something today about you. Blows my mind. Y'all wouldn't be able to get me to shut up.
Really?
Girl! and the thing is, I can sing. I am confident with the voice I have. But the voice that you have, girl,
thank you.
They would be like, this would, choosing joy. Choosing joy. They would be like, this is a talking podcast. Stop singing.
I'm working, here's the thing, I'm working my way. I think I was convicted in the fact that I do know it's a gift that God has given me, but because I didn't work on it, I didn't have the confidence to use it.
That is crazy that you didn't work on it and it sound that way. That's what I'm saying. That's the part that you're missing. They people out here working and sound mediocre as hell. I'm talking about real mayonnaise, no seasoning on white bread. Okay? And you're like, and I didn't work on it. But yeah, the glory of God is going to come down here with this voice that I didn't work on at all. This is so crazy.
Ooh, what is wrong with you?
Girl, what's wrong with you? God knew to give me certain portions because he said you will be out of control. This is the portion of your gift. Because if I give you too much, what you gonna be out here doing?
You working in an overflow, so I don't even know what you're talking about. You working in an overflow. I don't know what portion you think you got.
Sure, well,
but it's a magnanimous portion.
Well, it might be overflow because he gave me a thimble and he said this is all. Okay, but you got one of these and it's okay. He said here's this little bitty little thing, this little Monopoly piece. You pour your little portion of talent up in there, girl.
What is wrong with you?
Well, I'm glad that I know you, and I'm glad that I know this because, baby, anytime I get to see you sing, the way I'm about to gas you up, I don't know if you're going to be able to get through the song. The way I'm about to gas you up, they going to be like, can that woman shut up? Sing the note, Joy! Sorry, I'm making the mics back. My apologies. But, yeah.
Oh, my God. Well, now you know. It's one of my, moments of...
honesty, vulnerability, I love that.
Yeah.
And I'm just being honest with you. If you ever have to sing live in front of me, get ready for me to act a whole fool.
I have to do that just to see what that looks like.
Oh, you'll be like, oh, that's what you said, fool, and I just didn't know that you meant that literally.
Literally. Well, you know what? We gonna see. We gonna see, Angel.
Let's schedule. T, we need to schedule a live concert of joy coming up in December. Let's do a winter holiday.
A winter holiday.
Songs for Jesus.
Chorus.
Something.
Songs for Jesus. I am hollering.
Sounds marketable to me.
Oh my God. Songs for Jesus. I love you.
I love you too.
I appreciate you. I really do.
Same.
You and Marcus are really incredible people, and I'm grateful that we get to know y'all.
Same about you and C.
And thank you for choosing joy today.
Thank you. Every day.
Oh my God, I love her. I love her. I love her.
Thank you.
I love her.
Hello, everybody. It's Deborah Joy Winans Williams. Thank you so much for tuning in to Choosing Joy today. We got a glimpse into the fabulous woman that is Angel Laketa Moore, also known as ThatChickAngel. She's incredible to me. I think I learn something from her every time I'm with her, whether it's intentional or not, that's the kind of friend you want to be around. But today, I think I'm walking away with, when I can't see, I serve. A lot of times you will not always be able to see the other side of whatever situation you're in. So when you can't see it, find something to do with yourself. Serve somebody else and allow God to show you what it is you need to see. You can see it by serving. So that is a gem that I am going to follow the rest of my life, because I think we are here for people. We're here for you. We're here for each other. So subscribe. Hit the like button.
Hit the like button. Subscribe. Share it. Choose joy.
And choose joy.
That's right.